pill, so I'm able to get back on live. Man, yesterday was crazy. But today we're going to continue the money mindset study session, and it's going to be a quick one today. What we're going to do, we're going to review visioneering. This is something that is very important, and this is from Genevieve Bayran. She actually learned this from Thomas Troward, who was one of the biggest thought leaders when it comes to visioneering and understanding the higher faculties of the mind. So today we're going to talk about this because if you truly want financial literacy, financial independence, financial freedom, whatever you call it, living your dream life, then you must know how to visioneer your life and how to see yourself doing it. So let's go ahead and break this down. Now, if you do have a Christian background, you should really thoroughly enjoy this because this aligns with you. If you're Christian, Muslim, whatever, it helps align with teachings of all different types of religions. Hey, how you doing, Miss K? And so the exercise of the visualizing faculty keeps your mind in order and attracts to you what you need to make your life more enjoyable and in an orderly way. Now that one sentence right there is very powerful because it's telling you about order twice. Your mind must be in order. And what that means is you have to start creating the brain cells around the things that you want. You have to start thinking about what you actually want for your life. That is how you create order. No one else can create order for your life. If you've ever listened to someone when they was like, "Oh, you need to do this with your life, you need to do that," most likely things did not work out or you were not happy. And so you have to start doing this yourself. You must create the new brain cells. And this is what I was talking about the other day, where you have to start creating brain cells. Because what it's doing is once you create enough brain cells, it's putting things in order to attract to you what you want. And what that means is it's using the law of vibration. The more brain cells you create around that thing you want, you're going to start vibrating at that frequency. And once you vibrate at that frequency enough, the secondary law kicks in, the law of attraction, and it comes to you, or what a lot of people like to say in religion, your prayers have been answered. And so then she says, if you train yourself in the practice of deliberately picturing your desire and carefully examining your picture, you will soon find that your thoughts and desires proceed in a more orderly procession than ever before. Now, let's break that sentence down. This is why I keep telling you to use YouTube. Look at the things that you want in life. Start seeing the things that you want in life. If you want a vehicle, go to the car lot and see that vehicle, touch that vehicle, smell that vehicle, sit in that vehicle if you can. If you want a certain type of house, go look at those houses. Start seeing yourself doing it. If you can't see yourself do it or be around that area, go to YouTube. Look at examples. Every day I go and look at mini house concepts, tiny home concepts, and I'm visualizing or visioneering how I want to design that. Hey, how you doing, Bonile? And so this is what you have to do. Use technology to your advantage because the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between real and fake. So you don't have to physically be there if you can't do it. If you can't, just go to YouTube and visualize it. If you can't go to YouTube because of data, then just look at images on Pinterest, anything. But start seeing yourself doing that. And that is what she's saying. And we have the benefit of technology now. Back in the day, like if you were born in a village, you weren't able to see what's going on in a big city. You didn't know what was going on. You can only imagine, think about it. Now with technology, we can literally see what's going on right now. Like let's say if you want to travel the world, you want to go to a certain country. Start looking up that country. Go and look on YouTube, look at walkthroughs, look at best restaurants, look at reviews of places, at tourist attractions. Once you start seeing yourself in that country doing those things, especially dreaming about it, then you're going to start seeing things come your way that open up opportunities to get there. This is how we open the doors. And so then she says, having reached a state of ordered mentality, you are no longer in a constant state of mental hurry. Hurry is fear and consequently destructive. This is so powerful. If you've ever watched someone in traffic, I just saw it multiple times today, it's destructive. Those people are in mental hurry. They're not at mental peace. If and when you're at mental peace, you're cool, calm, and collective. because mental peace is order, and we're going to exactly break down what mental peace is for you. Hey, how you doing, Hilda? And then she says, after Harry is fear and consequently destructive. In other words, when your understanding grasp the power to visualize your heart's desire and hold it with your will. Remember, your will is when you are actually seeing yourself taking the actions that you want to do. That is what the will is. The will is you seeing yourself in your mind. This is what we call daydreaming and things of this nature. When you start to see it, you're now grasping onto your heart's desire and you're actually starting to activate the powers. This is, and when I say powers, I'm not talking about flight and stuff like this. We have this thing where TV has taught us to really look at things from a one perspective. What it means is the powers of your higher faculty once you start activating those things. And then it says to visualize your heart's desire and hold it with your will, it attracts to you all things requisite to the fulfillment of that picture by the harmonious vibrations of the law of attraction. This is how you'll start attracting certain people in your life. Certain events will start coming up. You'll start seeing certain type of opportunities. All of those things are going to start working in your favor. If you don't believe this, look at any last result that you've gotten. If you looked at that result, it may have seemed like all odds were against you, but because you were visualizing, you was holding on to it, you was grasping to that picture, you started picturing and dreaming of yourself doing it, using your will, you started to, everything around you in the universe started to actually work in your favor. This is what some people call luck. Some people say blessed, all of these different things. When I purchased my house, back when I was in the United States before I left, I actually was using this and didn't know it. I was going around, I was looking at houses, I had houses on my vision board. My vision board is right next to my TV, so every time I'm watching TV, I can see my vision board in the peripheral. And so then I started going out and looking at houses. I didn't have the money at the time. I didn't even have the approval from the VA yet to get my VA loan to get the house. But I was out looking at it. And then I ended up getting the house that I wanted, the exact house. I didn't want a house with carpet. I wanted a house with a big yard. I wanted a house where I could put in a hot tub and a sauna. So I had enough space for that. I had enough space to have my garden. I had a big gazebo tent under there to where whenever I wanted to have family functions. Hey, how's it going, Calvin? How you been doing, brother? Like all of these different things. I didn't know I was utilizing visioneering. No one taught me this until I started paying money to understand how are people becoming successful so that I could maximize my ability to become successful. And this is what it is. And then she says, it attracts to you all things requisite to the fulfillment of that picture by the harmonious vibrations of the law of attraction. And see, it says vibrations of the law of attraction because law of attraction is a secondary law. The law of vibration is the primary law. And then it says you realize that since order is heaven's first law and visualization places things in their natural order, then it must be a heavenly thing to visualize. This is what it means by prayer. When you start using your higher faculties, you're actually praying correctly. Not only are you praying correctly, your prayers are becoming answered. Been good, mate. When you come to Botswana, man, Maun is too hot right now. I have a lot of things going on right now, but I'm thinking maybe December, January, I'm gonna be able to swing through there. I'm gonna just catch the bus down and probably make my way to SA also, 'cause I need to do some things there too. But I will be back out there. Just getting some things with business taken care of on this side first. And so this is why order is very important, because order is heaven's first law. And that is how you start to pray. You cannot send correct prayers to get exactly what you want until you get your mind in order. To get your mind in order means you must start to create new brain cells. You have to create the brain cells around the things that you want. So many of us are wishing for riches instead of visioneering the riches that we actually want. And so once you start visioneering it, you will actually start to receive it in a lot faster than you realize. Hey, how you doing, Natty? And then it says from there, Everyone visualizes, whether they know it or not. This is so important. Every last one of us visualize. Every last one of us are actually utilizing visioneering. Most of us are not doing it in our favor. Most of us are letting society visualize for us. Society is never going to give you what you want. This is why people are not supportive. This is why it doesn't seem like there's opportunities. This is the problem with society as a whole. Society operates at a very low level of consciousness, and we have to start operating at a higher level. And so then she says, visualizing is the great secret to success. The conscious use of this great power attracts to you multiplied resources, intensifies your wisdom, and attracts to you multiplied resources, intensifies your wisdom, and enables you to make use of advantages which you formerly failed to recognize. Even right now, wherever you're living in, there are advantages to living in that place. A lot of people be like, no, you don't understand, it's not there. Like, even when people tell me, always ask me like, oh, why are you in Zambia? It's nothing to do here, there's no opportunities here. I'm like, guys, there's so much opportunities here. But the reason being is I'm not coming here operating on a lower visioneering state. I don't visioneer off of what the society visioneers off of. One, I don't understand most of the languages. And two, I did not grow up in this society. So I do not have the societal viewpoints that most people are grown up here with. So me coming in as an outsider, and if you look at other foreigners, wherever you're at, they're coming there and able to grow and do things because they do not see what you see. Like here in Zambia, I see opportunities, I see ways to make money over and over and over again, where other people do not see it. Give you an example, like I put in a business plan for a bid to get a restaurant in one of the colleges here, and I gave them a 5-year business plan, even though I have a 15-year plan. Of once I'm approved, that I plan on keeping it for the minimum of 15 years, if not longer, to where I gave them that business plan, but also I put in a suggestion of, I want to start doing plant-based options. Soya chunks is something that's very affordable here. There's a lot of people eat them, but a lot of people consider it poverty food. And like I tell a lot of people, I'm like, it's not that it's poverty food. You only used to cooking it and utilizing it a certain way. So what I want to do is an American Chinese twist on it, and it's a great way. It's a simple way. It's very cost productive for as far as food wise. So my food costs will be down, and plus I also put in a proposal on there where I showed them psychological studies of the more plant-based meals that's offered to students in universities, how it helps keep their scores higher. That you have a higher pass rate with most students who have options to have plant-based. Now, a lot of people here would tell me like, "Oh, people ain't going to eat that. People want meat," and I tell them, I'm like, just because you eat meat, that don't mean everybody eat meat. People eat with their budget. People eat based off what they can afford. And by bringing something like plant-based meals, super affordable, and I already have a plan of having a 15 kwacha Fridays where every plate is just 15 kwacha to make it very affordable. Plus, I have meal plans put in place to where kids can now, the students, I'm sorry, not kids, young adults can actually start having it to where they have a whole month of meals already paid for in advance. Now they don't have to worry about ever have to struggling to get food or anything like that. That is a game changer here. But most Zambians, when I tell them about that plan, they're like, "Oh, that's not going to work." And I ask them, I'm like, "Guys, how many times can you recreate cooking chicken? How many times can you recreate cooking the same stuff that everybody within a 10-kilometer parameter is cooking?" People are tired of the same things. It's like it's marketing. Marketing is what's going to bring people. It's not about the food. The reason why most Americans eat at McDonald's isn't because McDonald's is good food. They've been marketed McDonald's. Their children are marketing McDonald's for the kids meal. If you like, even Hungry Line, you see Hungry Line commercials. You see people making their own Hungry Line commercials. SA, you see commercials for all different type of food places. Marketing is what makes people go to stuff. It's not because people like the food usually. And to be honest with you, most of the heavily marketed places, especially in Western culture, there's some of the worst food you're going to actually eat. It's not even good food. Me personally in Texas, I used to go to mom and pop Tex-Mex places, and in the mom and pop Tex-Mex places, you would think you get food poisoning, but it was the best food that I used to have compared to the name brand chain Mexican restaurants, which were not good. And so, like, that's just to show you a little bit of how visioneering is. We're going to be going over this a lot more. This is either going to be a weekly or 2 or 3 times a week thing that we go over, because the moment you start utilizing visioneering consciously and in your favor, hey, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Taffy. That is when you're going to start truly taking control of your life. I'm just showing it to you from a perspective of use it towards finances. But like, if you want to use it for other areas of your life, relationships, personal things, jobs, all of that, you're able to do it too. Like, this isn't just something that you can use just because Jason's saying use it this way. You can use this for every facet of your life. But because my purpose is to just teach financial independence, to help more people get financially free, that is how I'm teaching it. Now, if you would like this workbook, just let me know. If you're on TikTok, just shoot me a DM and I will send it to you. I'm doing the last bit of touches on it. Hopefully, if I have power tonight, I'll finish it up. This was the first time I won my appeal. This was the first time I won my appeal. YouTube, I see you back now. YouTube, if you would like the 30-day workbook of visioneering, just leave it a comment down below. Just say visioneering, and I will get this out to you. And if you want to rewatch this on TikTok, just go to my YouTube channel, Jason Chaney 777. Make sure you subscribe there, and you can watch all the videos, every live. I'm actually live streaming on 2 phones right now. I'm eventually going to get my 3rd phone and live stream on IG also. But you can rewatch all of these live streams on YouTube. And if you have any questions or comments, just let me know. But most importantly, just remember this. I'm Jason. Hey, how you doing, Purple? I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how. All right, I'm